Warning: this article contains spoilers from The Handmaid's Tale Season June 2's last ceremony. Season 2 of The Handmaid's Tale is longer than the first run, with a total of 13 episodes compared to 10. Episode 10 of The Handmaid's Tale Season 2 has been described as the most horrific episode to date, with the insidious cruelty of Gilead depicted at its most brutal. Which means there are still 3 more installments to go. The last ceremony was particularly harrowing and started with the June offered, played by Elizabeth Moss, going into labor with wife Serena Joy, Yvonne Strahovski, creepily mirroring her movement as if she was the one giving birth. However, Lydia and Dowd and the doctor quickly realized that it was just a false labor, and the whole bizarre event was stopped. The Handmaid's Tale Season 2 streaming sadly. June was the one who had to pay for the false labor after Serena was left outraged and said that there was only one natural way to induce childbirth, and they needed to perform one last ceremony. June was taken away and raped by Commander Fred Waterford, Joseph Fiennes, with the help of Serena. The scene was possibly the worst moment to date of The Handmaid's Tale, as June fought against the despicable couple while she was wally assaulted. It was revealed that the child was still not going to be coming for another week or 2, suggesting that the Season 2 finale could climax with Offred going into labor for real. Emily and the dead commander following the explosion in Gilead. Emily Ofglen, Alexis Bleedle, was brought back from the colonies to help continue the population. She had to endure the ceremony again, but this time things ended in a more shocking fashion, with the commander keeling over dead after the ritualized rape. The commander's wife was left horrified, but Emily was understandably nonplussed, as she refused to help save either her rapist or those who had facilitated the assault. There were hints that the poison that Emily has been dabbling with while in the colonies were used by the Handmaid to exact revenge not only on the commander but Gilead society as a whole. Eden and Isaac kiss. Eden, Sydney Sweeney, continued to struggle with the constraints of her marriage to Nick, Max Minghella. She ended up sharing a kiss with guardian Isaac, Rowan Mead, who seemed to be unconcerned by the danger he could be putting Eden in. While Eden begged for her husband's forgiveness, Isaac didn't even bother to apologize for the indiscretion, which could have huge ramifications on the wife if anyone finds out. Eden's storyline shows how even those women brought up within Gilead's stringent society and sing from the same hymn sheet as the government are the ones who have to pay the price. It's no coincidence that the character is called Eden. Her name has connotations of the fall of man. The fault lies with the woman. June and Hannah's reunion with eerie parallels to the detention of refugee children from their parents. June was briefly reunited with her daughter Hannah, Jordana Blake, after Nick drove her to an isolated mansion in the woods. The moment was in turns awkward and heart-wrenching, as mother and daughter only had a few precious moments together. June couldn't explain to her daughter why she'd had to leave her behind, leading Hannah to tell her that she had new parents now. However, the reunion was short-lived before Hannah was driven off in a car to stop the Guardians from finding them. Is Nick dead? After Hannah was taken away, Nick sensed that there was something amiss and went outside to investigate. He warned June to hide inside the house as he went to deal with the black van that had pulled up. Nick was confronted by several men, but Anses simply heard a shot fired, leaving June to panic as she was left in the middle of the woods heavily pregnant. Is Nick dead? Anses will have to wait until next week to find out what has happened to him. Could this have all been a trap for Nick? We already know the Waterfords don't like him after they arranged his marriage to Eden in a bid to keep him away from June. Fred also gave Nick the address of the mansion, so it seems likely that he's involved in this somehow. For confidential support, contact Rape Crisis on 0808 800 299 99 or visit rapecrisis.org. UK. The Handmaid's Tale Season 2 airs on Channel 4 on Sundays at 9 p.m. in the UK and drops on Hulu on Wednesdays at midnight.